you don't even need a degree to become the Prime Minister of Singapore. Now, I'm not saying our Prime Minister doesn't have qualifications. But I'm just saying that the barrier for entry seems... Maybe I'm oversimplifying it because you need to put a lot of work. Keep it simple. Hi, welcome back once again to Keep It Simple. So today we're going to talk about our parents.
Oh, is that kind of episode?
Oh yes, that kind of episode. Yes, that's right. We're gonna open all the cans of worms that we've been hiding in our closets, and
I was not notified that we were gonna talk about our parents.
Surprise!
Okay.
Okay, to narrow it down, we're not just gonna talk about our parents in general because we'll go on for days.
Literal days. It's
Yeah.
been years with my therapist.
Yes. So we're actually gonna talk about what, like, okay. So this is the main thought. Why were our parents so obsessed with us becoming doctors and lawyers?
I don't know. I guess at that time in their age, like that was the thing that made the most money, lor.
And I think, does it still make the most money? Now?
Yes, I would think. No, actually, no. Wait, entrepreneurs like Elon Musk make the most money.
Wow, that one is like
No.
such a...
Wait. Jeff Bezos is the one with the most money now,
that's
right?
true. That's true. Yes.
Yes.
Jeff, if you're out there.
Jeff, tell us about what your parents wanted for you.
Yeah. So maybe, before we get into this, before we open that can of worms.
Okay.
Maybe I can ask you, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be an artist.
And here she is, an artist.
My childhood self, it will be pleased.
Right. Okay. So that's good. You eventually became what you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Right. Did your parents like oppose you in any way?
I guess like my parents really wanted me to be a teacher. Because what they really wanted me to be was like rich, maybe.
Synonymous with teacher, I think. Rich equals teacher.
No, not
equals
teacher.
rich.
No. Actually, I think they just wanted me to be like in somewhere like stable or like in finance or like maybe doctor, lawyer. All this lah. I mean, the keyword is here stable.
Right.
Financially stable.
Okay.
But I guess to them, because they've always like worked in a school, but they're not teachers themselves. They just like observe that teachers have a lot of like time off during like school holidays and stuff. But
that's not true, is it?
It's not lah. But they own self like that's all they know. So they're like, okay, my doctor isn't like really the sharpest tool in the shed. So they're like okay, what. Like, cannot be doctor, so like, okay, the highest, let's take it a notch down and be like, okay, I see all these teachers, like, they look very free, why don't, like, I ask my daughter to be a teacher? But that's not true, okay? Teachers work really hard, and you need to be really smart, and I'm not that
And during school holidays, I think they're just marking lah, right?
Yeah.
Or like planning the
Exactly.
lesson plan for next semester or something like
on
that.
the surface, they think it's damn easy or what lah, but it's not. It's really hard. And I'm not about that life, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not that smart either to be a teacher. So
My God.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
so they wanted you to be a teacher.
yeah, so but I mean, they slowly like let go of that idea after like I started to earn a stable income, like as an artist or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Okay, well that's good. My grandma, on the other hand, she campaigned for years for me to become campaign. I swear she campaigned.
There were signed petitions.
Yes, there were long, evocative speeches in the living room why I should become a doctor or a lawyer. Actually, when she asked me to, okay, so she has two moods, right? It's kind of
Two
funny.
moods.
So when she's like in a good mood, nothing's provoking her. She's like, hey, you should become a doctor, cause like money, and all that, like very impressive.
Yeah.
But then when she's angry at me, usually when we're having an argument and I'm winning the argument, then she's like, you should be a lawyer. She'll be like, I can talk so much, right? Go be a lawyer. But so I think the lawyer part was out of spite lah, not really.
Okay, she didn't actually want you to be a lawyer.
Yeah, but although sometimes she was like, hey, lawyer earn a lot of money, right? And then it's like, It's like, yeah, and then you can talk like that, right? I'm like, okay. I don't think that's it. I think she's oversimplifying the job of a lawyer, but yeah. So my grandma was one of those the elders in my family, who wanted me to become a doctor and a lawyer. And I thought about it for a while, and I was like, why are they so obsessed, with like these specific occupations? And I think it really has to do with, like you said, like for
Yeah.
your parents, they want you to be financially stable.
Yeah.
They didn't want you to be a teacher as much as they wanted you to be earning a stable income.
Yeah, I think
so
it
you
was
wouldn't go broke.
Yeah,
you know?
so after I was like, guys, so I had this bank statement. Like,
Guys.
stable. Then they're like, okay, fine.
Yeah, you don't have to be a teacher
Okay,
anymore.
fine.
Yeah. And I think while that comes from a place of concern, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think another part of it is that, you know, the idea of being a doctor, a lawyer, is attached to a lot of like prestige. You know, it's very
Yeah.
prestigious. It's very like, and you know, Asian society. It's just like you have to do what everyone else is.
I like how
doing.
at the same time.
Yeah, it's the Asian brain
Yeah,
cell.
sorry.
It's the,
Yeah.
yeah. You get it right. Yeah. So
got this like vibe. Like, people hear you with her, like suddenly I see you differently, you know.
yeah, correct,
Yeah.
correct. So I think in their minds, in the minds of our older relatives, our parents, or even grandparents, I think doctors and lawyers are like super like up there.
Yeah.
Like you can't go higher than doctor and lawyer. Even I think doctor and lawyer rank higher than God. Maybe, who knows, right? That's the impression I get anyway. Yeah. So I think it also has to do with like the prestige they attach to these occupations.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess they think that, you know, once you become a lawyer or doctor, it's like you're untouchable. Like you won't lose your job, one, because everyone needs doctors, everyone needs lawyers, right?
Yeah.
So,
Then I guess that's why they're like, because I've had many an argument with my grandmother about wanting to become an artist, but not like in the way that you are. It's more
your
like
aunties like with the E at the end.
yeah, the slightly more bougie artist. Yeah, I wanted to do if it wasn't to become a writer, then it was to do music, you know. And she would always be like, music can buy food, put on the table, or not. And I'm just like, watch me, I'll do it. But yeah, I mean, but it was valid, you know. It was valid because, you know, to be a musician, it's really just you're just bleeding money until the day you stop bleeding money. That's pretty much
So
it.
attractive.
Yeah. So I think the main issue here is that our parents, maybe they just want us to be financially secure.
Yeah. And it makes sense. I mean, that's all they knew from their generation. So maybe next time we'll let our kids like, why you want to do TikTok?
Yeah. You don't need to do a career in TikTok. You just do it on the side, lah. Yeah, exactly. And but you know, the question is like, they attach the idea of being financially secure to all these jobs. This is very specific, like, a doctor, lawyer, engineer also, I guess.
Yeah. Now
right?
engineer, yes.
Yeah, but my question is then, do other jobs not offer us financial security? I mean, we're pretty secure right now, right? You're an artist, I'm an artiste. Okay, no, my day job is the one that keeps me financially secure. Music making,
I think writer is also kind of like that kind of airy-fairy kind of job that like our parents might.
They don't understand.
They don't
Really,
get it.
I tried to tell my father the other day, or like, was it last year? Who knows? Time is fake. He was like, oh, so you do what for a job? I was like, oh, I'm writing articles. And he's like,
Oh, people pay
you
on
write
me?
what? Yeah. He's
Also
like,
can write, anyone can write, what?
exactly. Are you my dad? That's exactly what he said. He was like, people will pay you so much to write one. You try and write what the heck? Yeah, so it's a lot of misconceptions all around. Yeah, but you know, I think we're doing pretty well. And do we really need, I guess another question I could ask is, do we really need like high paying jobs? Or even like getting degrees to get those high paying jobs?
I mean, okay, having a high paying job doesn't automatically equal like financial security, because your spending also needs to match your high paying job.
That's true.
So like, if you're spending as much as you spend, no matter how much pay you get, you're still not going to be financially secure. What?
Yeah, that's true. You could still be living paycheck to paycheck, even though you're earning like 5 figures. True story, by the way. This is something that I heard from a friend, where, you know, a relative of hers earning 5 figures, but then every month keep buying random things like handbags, designer goods. She's just living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm just like, how do you squander 5-figure salaries like that?
Yeah. I don't know, man. But anyway, I think it's fair to say that you need to be earning like kind of like a certain amount as well, in order to have even the choice.
Oh, that's true. Yes. I think having a choice,
spend reasonably and save as well.
Yeah, correct. Having a choice to do that is like a privilege, I guess.
Yeah.
And some people just don't earn enough to even set aside like a small amount every month to to save lah.
Yeah, I mean,
so
we just want to acknowledge that also
yes,
lah.
yes, it is
Yeah.
a privilege. Yeah, but okay, let's go back to like the other jobs that offer us like financial security. I think, you know, if you were like, let's say one day, Pris, that you became an art director and you earn art director pay.
Art director pay can really range a lot, but
Yeah.
okay, I'll assume the higher end
Yes.
of it.
Yeah, you see, you can
Yeah.
still do art and survive. But of course, to be honest, art director is more of like, you're more of like a manager now, right? Or
It
like
depends on like
I
well,
don't-
she
Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just pulling things out of my ass.
being an art director in different kind of companies means different things lah. So okay, let's assume that you're in charge of the art stuff, and then you're in a managerial role in your company, and you're in charge of the creative. Then like you ideally be receiving a higher pay lah. Yeah.
Right.
And then that could also be something, but I mean you're also getting paid for the amount of stress that you have to deal with lah. Yeah, so your pay will match the amount of effort and the amount of
Your pay will match your pain.
yes.
Correct.
You're right.
I am correct. Yeah.
There is no pay without pain.
Oh my god.
A little bit of pain.
just a drop of pain. Yeah. And you know, there are a lot of other jobs that actually don't require you to have a degree. Like,
really?
Actually, that's
Yeah.
just like going against the narrative that our parents have written for us.
Yeah.
You know, like jobs like financial advisors. of
Oh,
course.
financial
But
advisor don't
you,
need lah.
I mean, the most you need to do is like take the certifications and exams lah. But
The CFA.
I think that's for accounting.
Oh.
So anyway, yes. I mean CFAs, yes, for I think accounting and finance, but for insurance agents, financial advisors, you have all those like insurance exams lah. Basically, you have to go through all the basic policies, coverage, ILPs. I've seen the books, by the way. They're like 10-year series type textbooks. You just like have to read it all. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah. So financial advisors, that's one occupation that it doesn't require you to have a degree. You can become a pilot. I mean, okay, this is now like the wrong time to say this lah, but actually, cause now nobody can fly, right? But actually, if you become a pilot or like cabin crew, even I think that doesn't require you to have a degree.
Yeah.
For pilots, you just need perfect eyesight. So I'm already out of the running for that, as you can see. Oh.
Upsetting.
You don't need a degree to be a pilot, but you need a specific.
You literally need to have 0 degree.
Oh my god. Y'all on fire today.
Flames. Editor, please insert flames on my hand now. Just
I didn't know you were a firebender. Yeah.
I'm sorry, editor, for
Yeah.
Sorry
about
the
this.
moment.
All right, coming back. Let's bring it home. Let's bring it home.
Yeah, okay.
And did you know that you don't even need a degree to become the Prime Minister of Singapore? Now, I'm not saying our Prime Minister doesn't have qualifications, but I'm just saying that the barrier for entry seems. Maybe I'm oversimplifying it because you need to put a lot of work. But my point is that you don't need a degree to even become
The
PM.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So think about that.
So next time your parents want to force you to take a degree when you know you don't need it,
Oh.
you're like,
This is
You
your
see?
argument.
like you see the job requirements to become PM of
This one
Singapore.
need bachelors? No.
Yeah, no,
No need.
0.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes. So anyway, you don't need a degree to be the prime minister. So it's very interesting, right?
Yeah.
Like, there are actually some jobs that don't actually need you to have like these high qualifications.
Yeah. I
and
mean,
such.
pretty. I would say these kind of jobs are very respectable in our parents' eyes. I mean, if you tell them any of this, they'll be like, "Oh, impressed? It's stable."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still, while we're on the topic of degrees, right, I still think that there is this stigma around having an arts degree
Oh
in
yeah.
Singapore still, and it's still ongoing. I'm just like, it's 2021.
Yeah.
What's wrong? So I'm thinking about the issue where like the news about the new university.
Yeah.
So I can't remember who is merging. Is it a merger?
It's not really a merge. Actually, I'm really not sure because I don't have an art degree. It's like NAFA, LaSalle, and then they're collabing with it's a local U.
Right. So like so there's a new like art school on the scene, and there was this hoo-ha, like as you know, comment sections on Facebook are like toxic as hell. But if you look into the comment section about this particular story, I think a lot of people were saying like, you don't need art degree for what? You get art degree, you cannot put food on the table. I'm just like, yes I can. You're gonna watch me while I do it.
But I think this is not the art degree that you are thinking about.
Okay, sorry.
This like the like painting.
Yes, like fine arts, right?
Yeah, fine arts, or like graphic design,
okay
advertising.
But they have to. I just think it's unfair all around,
Yeah.
no matter what degree you're taking. I just feel like for this issue in particular, this is like something that somebody else is doing. You are not getting the degree. You're not being made to do a fine arts degree. Why make so much noise?
I feel like this is getting personal. Sorry. and you're not the one with the arts.
I know, but I just feel like just leave people alone.
Yeah, I mean like
but
it's fine. I mean they don't need to. I don't feel like the need to justify myself either, because like they could just not know what like designers or artists actually do,
and also I guess they still have that mindset of like this is not prestigious because artists don't make as much money as doctors and lawyers. So I guess that's an ongoing mindset.
Yeah, I guess so. And also like they don't really know how artists actually like are integrated into their everyday life, like those ads, the packaging, the product packaging, like how like when you go into Shopee app to buy all your nonsense, the UI
Correct.
is all by artists. We are artists too.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess it's a lot of mindset shifts that need to happen, not just for our parents but like for just society as a whole. I guess. And I also think that nowadays when we consider our jobs, like for young people, I'm talking about Millennials, Gen-Zs, hey y'all, I don't think financial security is all that we think about when we're choosing a job.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I would agree, because I think like I don't know, I value my personal time as well. So like I would want at least some sort of like work-life balance, if nothing. You know?
That's true. And I think like the path to whatever job you want, you also need to consider like how long that's going to take. Because okay, I know it sounds like we were just like pro arts degree all the way. Arts, I'm going to get high on the arts or something. No, we're not. But I mean the other side of it is that if you do want to become a doctor and a lawyer, that's like totally cool, But I feel like parents cannot force us into it because it takes so much. Like med school is like 7 years or something.
Yeah.
And if you fail halfway, well, I ain't gonna pay that money back.
I think ultimately it depends on like how committed you are to that occupation also.
To put in all that time and money and effort into finishing medical school, law school. It really takes a lot. So it's really not just something like, oh yes, I would like to, based on a whim, I would like to become a lawyer starting today, And also on the other end of things, I feel like lawyers are also kind of like there's a lot of lawyers nowadays.
I mean,
I would say they're oversaturated.
I mean, I would say that artists are also oversaturated. There are many of us out there.
That's true.
There are many a writer. There are many
correct.
A designer.
Many a musician out there also.
So I mean, just because start with a fancy title or like you want to be a starving artist, both markets are equally as saturated.
So which brings us back to the question about like what other factors are important to you when you're choosing a job. I think satisfaction is a very big one, like personal satisfaction and fulfillment in your job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think I really cannot imagine myself as a doctor. I'll be like, just close him up. I don't want.
And the nurse is just like, but doctor, the point is to open him up. He has a tumor. He's gonna die if you don't operate.
But it's so gross. like, ew,
Yeah,
no.
exactly. Yeah.
I would be a shit doctor.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
so,
and
so
I feel
bad.
like exactly, and I feel like, you know, even though yes, my grandma was right, I can win many an argument. I don't think lawyerhood is that word?
Lawyerhood.
Now it is. I don't think this is why I'm a copywriter, and now I don't think lawyerhood is for me. You know, like
Yeah.
imagine me in the courtroom. I'm just like, okay, so this is my argument, Your Honor, I'm done. And then the other guy gets up and he starts doing his counter argument. I'm just like, he has a point.
okay, you win.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, wait. Like, and then the person I'm defending is like, you're not supposed to do this. I'm just like, yeah, but like he's
kind of right though.
yeah,
like,
right. Like I feel like he really did his homework on this one. So lawyerhood, not for me.
I see your point.
Yeah. So I don't think I would derive any satisfaction or fulfillment from being a lawyer or a doctor for you.
Yeah.
You know, like you know, some people are just made to be teachers. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people ask me, so you know, you're very good with the words and the English. Why you don't want to become teacher? I'm just like, you've never seen me when I teach. I'm just stressed all the time, and I'm just hoping and wishing that time would move faster.
Oh my god, that's me also.
Right. I'm just like, but some people are just
Yeah.
made for it. They're good with kids.
Honestly, it's a
Yeah.
skill set.
Yeah.
I totally don't agree with the term of like those who can't do teach, because teaching is really hard.
You think anyone can do it? Just because I'm good at
No.
English doesn't mean I can be a good teacher. I mean, I
No.
think I am a good teacher, but I hate it.
Yeah.
There's nothing I hate more.
It's
than
like
teaching.
you
Yeah.
really need to have the patience and
Exactly.
like there are techniques that you learn
Yeah.
how to teach like different people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So you know, it really is about being able to choose the job that is the right fit for you, like culturally or like based on who you are also. But also, I want to say that being able to choose a job like that is also a privilege.
Yeah.
Some people,
honestly,
of course,
yeah.
we don't have the luxury of like all these options, this optionality, I guess. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that this is one of the main factors when people are thinking about jobs. It's not just about how prestigious it is. It's not just about how financially secure it can make you, but it's also about like, what does it mean to you, Law? Like,
Yeah.
what does it mean to you, and does it fulfill you in a way that nothing else will? Yeah. And I think the kind of lifestyle that you will have when you get a certain job is also another factor.
That's
like,
true.
I just don't think I would be very happy if I had to work like 12-hour days, you know?
Yeah, or like, I guess, you know, your job doesn't need to like encompass you like, oh my god, this job speaks to me in my essence as a person. Like, this is my calling, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be that, especially those of you who don't have the privilege of like choosing your own career, or like you're because of like financial situations, you're forced to go out to work, and you don't even have the luxury of choosing a university.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you know, for those of you out there, it doesn't have to be your passion or your calling or vocation or whatever. You know, just I think having your passion as a side gig is also good.
That's true.
Like,
I mean,
so you know, she sings on the side.
I do.
Although she's an artist.
I do the vocalizing to melodies on the side. Yeah, but I think it was a realistic choice that I had to make, right? Not to make this music thing my full-time job.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm not like the best out there as well. But also, the reality of it is that if I made music my full-time job, I would just be bleeding money year on year. I don't have to pay income tax lah, sure, because I'm not gonna be earning anything, but I just wouldn't be. I don't think I would be very happy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it just boils down to the fact that, you know, sometimes you're not the one choosing. Life chooses for you.
Yeah.
You just have to really
strike a balance, I guess.
Yes. So while we did, you know, expound a lot on like satisfaction, personal fulfillment, I think that is not. I think when it comes down to it, if I have to be really realistic, right? Like if I have no choice, I would just choose the job that pays me the best, but it doesn't necessarily have to make me like, oh my god, I have a purpose in life, you know, like yeah. So that's something to think about, I guess. Yeah. So I don't know. I think at this point we would like to ask you guys also, like, what what factors are important to you, you know, when you're choosing your career path.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me right now, I think satisfaction still rates pretty high on my list,
Yeah.
but I can be realistic when I have to be.
Yeah.
If I have to bite the bullet and just do something that doesn't give me a reason to wake up, I guess.
You always need a reason. Don't just fall asleep and not wake up.
It's not dying. So far, I still go to sleep and still wake up, so it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I mean, your side gig can be the reason that you wake up, ma.
yeah,
right?
correct lah. Yeah, true lah. So it really depends on how you approach it. But yeah, we would like to know what matters most to you when you're choosing your job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have any stories you want to share, or like just some thoughts that you want to think out loud at us, just slide into our DMs on Instagram at The Simple Sound.
We accept all thoughts.
All thoughts.
All.
Keep it PG though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. So I guess I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
For listening, and see you next time. That's a wrap on another episode of Keep It Simple.
Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe. And also leave a comment, especially if you like these faces.
I mean, even if you don't like these faces, please comment anyway, because we want to know what you think. And we're also on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. So if you're on those platforms, remember to subscribe for new episodes.